So that's kind of a nice find. If I can get it on the viewfinder. Yes, there it is. One of them. An old Victorian stopper. That's coming home with me. Okay, so that's amazing. These are old wooden drain pipes. So you're looking at 16th century. And I've only ever seen the ends of them, but these are eroding out the bank. So you see it's one tree slotted inside another. So these are ancient trees. And when I used to come down here 20 years ago, this was under a couple of foot of mud. And now they're exposed. What was here, and it's undoubtedly now gone, was a load of semi-precious garnets all spread around here. And I always understood there to have been, there's another pipe here, so there must have been a big old palace or something, or big old building at least, that these were the pipes for, coming out from there. Now that's amazing. Anyway, I haven't got much time because the tide's going to come back in now, so I'm going to focus on trying to find something. Now this is a kind of patch you want to find. It's clay and it's eroding, so things get stuck on this. So I'm going to have a look, see if there's anything to be found. An old pipe stem. Typical piece, so that'll be 1700s. Well, there's one for Bo. That's a mighty big wheel. And that'll be Victorian, I should think. Heaven knows what there's a wheel on. But to give you some idea of scale, I'll put my foot there. That's a big old wheel, isn't it? Could it be a train wheel? Should have thought so, not with a wooden middle and a chain attached to it. Well, here we are. Here's my piece of treasure. I shall put that in my bag and climb up that ladder. Nut. A nice set of iron chains. Pity they aren't gold. Now I think you can see plant fibres in there, and if that's the case, this is part of the old Neolithic foreshore which is coming exposed. It used to be exposed further down about 200 yards, but you see there's like plant fibres in there, and that would have been before this was a city at all. So it's 20 years since I've done this mudlarking lark, and now I'm older and blinder and less agile. It's really hard work. I forgot that part of it. But anyway, it's nice to find something. Can you see it? I'm finding it difficult to see it on this viewfinder. Ah, there you are. A little find in amongst the rubble. And that is a pipe from the 1700s, a pipe bowl. It's been lying here for 300 years. Oh, we're going to get a tidal wave coming in from this ship now. Uphill from where it's nearly washed away by that friendly boat, we've got lots of cow bones. Well, they weren't throwing cows in the river here for 400 or 500 years, so these are all the remains of animals that were being thrown in the river around the time of Henry VIII and perhaps even earlier. Amazing, huh? So this is Clink Street behind here. This was all warehouses when I used to come originally, but I think I'm coming up to an old friend, which tells me actually the tide isn't really very low. That brown lump there is again another drain pipe from the good old days of the Stuarts. Not the Stuarts, I mean Henry VIII's mob, the Tudors. So a Tudor pipe, and that was there 20 years ago. And that goes obviously straight into the bank, back underneath this, and was alleged to go, and is alleged to go, to what would have been an old Tudor palace a couple of hundred yards away. Again, you can see it's a tree that's been hollowed out, and I was a lot younger, and this was here. Oh, there's another ladder up there. Well, actually, the tide's not coming in yet. I think this is actually low tide. I'm going to go back there, because that's interesting. Very interesting. I found a fork. An artifact from the 21st century. The process of deposition goes on. Yeah, we need a lot lower tide to get in there. And in there used to be all these garnets, which are probably washed away by now. There was a hell of a lot of them. And the rumour was that in the Second World War, a gem cutters had been blown into the river by a Nazi bomb. And I did find an emerald down here, uncut. So, could be true. See that there? This is what we try to get at low tide. This is a tomback button. Okay, we see that there? This is what we try to get at low tide. This is a tomback button. Oh, tremendous. I found something nice. Well, I'm going to concentrate around here. So this is low tide, so I've got to move fast. And that's a nice, very nice button. It might even be silver. Well, I'm not going down there with these boats going by. I'm going to get very wet. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, don't you just love them? That's a nice spike there. I'm going to use that for a bit of scraping. Well, the Garrett carrot is proving quite useful in this environment. And don't know what that is, a kind of hook, lead hooky thing. It's poured out some mud, so that's rather nice. So onward. I might have to run up the beach on this one. 3 big boats coming by. But what I just noticed was this. Well, that must be a sheep's horn. So that's been preserved in the mud for half a millennia. Amazing, amazing. I'm feeling lazy and I'm feeling brave, so I'm going up that ladder rather than to go the long walk. So if you see this video, I made it. Whew. Can't say I'm not unhappy to get up here. It's a long time since I've climbed a ladder, even up, and that's a long way down. But I'm here. I'm not on someone else's video channel, famous metal detectorist fails. So anyway, hurrah. And I think that's probably low tide right now. So, back on the Thames after 20 years. A lot of fun. Whew. Well, having climbed up that big ladder, I think I deserve a beer. There we go. A nice, I think that might even be silver, but at least pewter tomback button from the 1700s, and a pipe bowl from the 1700s, and a pint of English bitter from the 21st century. I'm recovering from shinnying up that vertical. I'm getting too old for this.